1 in 7 Americans living with HIV, and they don't even know it. Resources, education, and advancements with an emphasis for Black women will be addressed this morning here in Baltimore. In fact, here now, Dr. Heller Holton, Executive Director of National Organization for Black County Officials, and Randy Wood, Senior Director of Community Care Coordination for Sisters Together and Reaching for STAR. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Dr. Holton, I want to start with you first here. This is a passion of yours, mainly because you're from Baltimore, back in Baltimore, and you're about to start something in about an hour.
Yes.
You'll be addressing a crowd here about education, but really that statistic that I just read out, 1 in 7 walking around, they don't even know they have HIV.
Absolutely, and that's what's so staggering. And that's in the African American community where we drill down to and look at. So when we talk about epidemic, Baltimore City has been on the high-ranking end of the epidemic for decades now. And so it's no surprise, but what is a surprise as the science becomes more focused and concentrated and the data that we then have to look at, what do we need to do? And so focusing on Black women and our roles in society, in our community, makes it a natural. How do you reach as many in the African American community? Through mothers, grandmothers, aunts, sister girlfriends, whoever. So it matters not what your status is, but that you're a part of the community, and we need to know.
And Brenda, you're actually, we just said it right there, Sisters Together and Reaching. I mean, it's perfect at your facility. It's happening today at 9 o'clock. Anyone can come out. Although we are emphasizing Black women, but this is really for anybody that has any kind of concern about HIV. Where can we go, and do we need to register before this happens?
So you don't need to register. So we're going to have a kickoff press conference at Sisters Together and Reaching, which is at 901 North Milton. But our staff, we have a staff of about 30 community health workers, and we're going to be around 5 Walgreens and also a church in the Station North area as well.
Okay.
We're partnering with Walgreens to offer testing throughout Baltimore City.
And this is free testing that's happening.
Free test.
Free testing.
And some of the stigmas, though, that somebody hears, and you hear about this. In fact, when you read the studies, people don't want to know because they don't want to know.
Absolutely.
They're scared to find out. And so that's, how do you get over that? How do you talk to somebody to find out?
Being a trusted source and a part of the community has a lot to do with getting people to come out and understand it's safe, it's private, it's just for you. But you have to look at the interconnections that impact that stigma. Your access to affordable healthcare, poverty,
right.
Discrimination.
Well, you think automatically, if I'm diagnosed with HIV, this is going to be extremely
Yes.
costly, and there's going to be a completely lifestyle change. However, in that statistic, 1 in 7 walk around and don't even know it.
That's right.
You're thinking right now you don't know it, so testing now and finding out before
Absolutely.
actually saves you money and income.
Early detection is the best defense against it. It's no longer a death sentence.
I think we need to talk about, like, when people get tested and knowing your status as a prevention. Once you know your status and you are linked to care, you can have a quality of life. And I think that we need to take this opportunity while we're here this morning to say that people are living healthy and quality lives with HIV being undetectable, meaning when they're undetectable, they're untransmittable. And so people are having thriving relationships, they're raising families. We have loads of people who are aging with HIV, so we talk about the brain of HIV. HIV is not what it was when STAR first started, when people were passing away alone and isolated, right? We have advanced, but we still do have to get over that stigma. And I think one way we get over the stigma is to say people are living with HIV, knowing your status and getting into care. I mean, life is still, we can still be thriving.
Education, information, and outreach are critical to making a difference and working to end the HIV epidemic.
Ladies, thank you so much. And of course, this is today at 9 o'clock, but then there's so many other resources right at STAR. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you so
you.
much.
All right, and now we want to find out exactly what the temperature is going to be like.